I know I say this every morning, but I literally, Raylene, do not know where to begin this morning. There's so much happening. There's so much going on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We're live from our underground bunker for another. How long are we? How much longer is the podcast going to be down here in this underground, undisclosed location?
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe a month, maybe two.
Yeah.
We don't know. But we know that we're going back to the studio, and it's in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top of the morning to you.
Hi.
I'm
glad you could make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the what the forecast is and whether or not we're going to get this concert in tonight. Do we know?
Well, it's saying that we will get it in. It's not going to be bright, sunny, beautiful day.
Okay.
Mostly cloudy, 72 for a high, spotty showers here and there. But it does not show rain in the area for the concert time.
Tonight.
At least on some apps. Some apps say different.
Yeah. So this is the Donna Thunder Show tonight, Courier
Yes.
Park.
Yes, food trucks start at 4. The concert starts at 6. And, yeah.
You know what I love so much about Glenn Brummert?
What?
That
He's always here.
He watches every morning and he always says good morning and drops a comment, and we just love love that.
We love to know that you're here.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And it actually helps us.
Yes, if you like, if you post a comment, if you share, if you give a thumbs up or a heart or anything like that.
Right.
And Stacy Holden and look
Right.
at Danny Fletcher's on this morning.
Just say good morning. Yeah. We'd love to hear from you.
Danny's saying that the Barry Montpelier Road was flooded yesterday.
It was for
Talk
a
to
little
me.
while. Right near the car wash, just past the Granite Museum. That little section right there, it was flooded out for a little while.
Oh, right by Richardson? Richardson Road?
Past that,
Okay.
by the car wash.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And obviously that water dissipated.
Yes.
All right.
It did.
Pain in the ass, really, isn't
a
it?
pain in the ass.
I have to tell you, I was painting my kitchen last night, and in my underwear, but that's a whole different thing.
Why do you have to tell that part? Does anybody give a shit what you were wearing?
Well,
No.
it's just that it's so much more comfortable because you can move around freely. You don't have to.
I think you just like to talk about being in your underwear.
You can bend over without, your knees getting hung up on your shorts and stuff. It's freedom. Anyway, painting the kitchen last night and listened to you and Tom Lozon yesterday.
A lot of info, huh?
I learned more in an hour from listening to that podcast last night of you and Tom Lozon on Aired Out than I have in a long time. The two of you, gave so much information. I'm telling you, the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, everyone should be hearing this podcast. Everyone should hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, there's a lot of information for sure, and good information.
Just about the flood, obviously, but
and recovery,
and what's going to happen in 3 to 10 years from now, and
FEMA, and what certain tags mean, and what. Yeah, it was just really informative.
Way by the level of information that came down the pipe.
And Chris Massey says that he just watched it this morning, and yes, very informative.
Jeez.
Good morning, Donna.
Yeah, we got
were
Donna
just
Thunder
speaking
on.
of you.
Yeah. We were just talking about you
Yes, see you
tonight.
tonight.
I just need to know if, should I pack an umbrella? I've got
We're hoping not. We're hoping that it's going to be just cloudy, little breezy,
Yeah.
but
Because
which Donna probably doesn't mind the breezy part because it probably gets hot up there with all the equipment and singing and moving around.
right.
She doesn't just stand still.
Sure.
She performs.
She does. And my biggest concern is Chuck Martin, who's also tuned in this morning. He left his umbrella in my car, and it's purple with pink polka dots, and I just don't want to have to use it tonight. So I'm just really hoping that the weather's going to stay dry. So, did you do the? We're going to check in with Rooted Entertainment here in just a minute.
We
right?
are.
We're going to go live with them. And when Chuck hears what they have to say, he's going to kick himself even harder, knowing that he's not going to be able to make the show Saturday night in West Topsom. Reggae show.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Giant Panda.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Gorilla Dub Squad. It's going to be unbelievable. Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Well, it's called the Green Mountain Smokeout. So, no sales of marijuana, but you can bring your own. There will be growers there and other, drinks and food, and it's going to be a great time.
All right. Should we call them here?
I don't see why not. Give them a call.
Right now.
Right now.
All right.
Dial them up.
Where's that phone number? Here it is, right here. This, and you were telling me last night that you love reggae.
I do.
I didn't know that. I thought you were just a country girl.
No. Reggae, country, and jazz are my top 3. They're my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can reach him this morning. When I saw this advertisement for the Green Mountain Smokeout, it was a poster that I saw at the.
Oh, you went crazy.
I went nuts.
I have to go.
I went nuts.
We have to go.
I have to go to that. I mean, how could you not?
Uh-huh.
Let's see if we have Matt, or is it Bessie?
Hey, hi, it's Matt and Bessie
Hey,
here.
Matt and Bessie, how are you guys?
We're doing great. How are you?
Man, I got to tell you, we are so excited to have you guys coming to West Topsom. This is going to be absolutely amazing this weekend. Tell us what to expect.
Really great reggae music. It's a beautiful drive. It's off of 25, probably 10 minutes. It's a beautiful facility. It's a permanent outdoor stage that lives there. For the main show, the early bird show, the acoustic set there's a little stage we build out in the woods. It's a little bit of a walk from the main stage into the acoustic show with the special hors d'oeuvres from Rapana Wellness.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Where the stage is.
Yeah, so the main stage is right on Wiley Hill, Wiley Hill Road. It's private property, and and then the second smaller stage is like I said, built up into the woods a little bit.
Jeez. So how did this? What was the inception of this? How did this? I mean, I saw your poster and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, it did a double take on it. But how did this all happen? Where you guys were like, we're going to throw a big reggae show in West Topsom, Vermont?
Well, I lived on the property. There's a handful of houses connected. There's a bunch of the same family owns different pieces, all connected to the same central location. And I lived there. So, and my background is music, event management. production management. And last year I was like, man, we need to do something here. So we actually did a show with Mahali last year. Same premise. It was a little more private because of the deal we had, but Mahali from Twiddle was there.
Really?
Yep. And that was the inception. Yeah, I've been doing shows here at my shop here in Bradford, the listening room out in front of East Coast Van Builds in Bradford. And we were doing these green type parties, and yeah, I found this place that I moved into, and I'm like, yeah, we can really up the ante by doing it here at this outdoor stage.
Mahali was there last summer?
No, yep. Yeah, it was a private show. The deal we had worked. We couldn't really advertise too much. There was only 100 tickets sold.
Wow.
But yeah.
We have some listeners asking if you can give the address so that they can find you easily.
Yes. I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys will have signs posted too.
We will, and when you buy tickets, you'll get an email with all the information. But it's 340 Willie Hill Road, Topsom.
All right.
Nice.
And then you'll see signs for everything once you get to that spot.
So I saw the I think I got online there. I was looking at Topsom Four Corners, but that's the basic area of where it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, so Matt, are you Rooted Entertainment?
I am.
Nice.
Man,
Good to meet you.
I got to meet this guy. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet him. I mean, if he's a huge reggae fan and a musician, and he's right down the road from me, oh my God.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad?
Well, you just make the offer. I've worked with them before, so I'm actually from upstate New York, near where they're from. I've known the band for a little while. Like I said, I've done a couple of things with them in the past. I'm a lighting engineer, kind of first. That's my passion, and I've got hired to do lights for them before. And yeah, I mean, you just ask pretty much. It's part of the thing, and I think what we have to offer is kind of unique, and they were on board.
Wow. So tell me about where the ticket sales are where what they're gonna be helping. More about that and more about consumption.
What was the question about the ticket sales?
Just where the proceeds are going to be helping.
Okay, yeah. So the part with you're talking for the flood relief.
Yes.
VGA, Vermont Growers Association is coming in. They're like a retail for the retailers, the cannabis retailers and stuff like that. Anybody that has got a license to do something, they're kind of a group that is formed, to help with that. Help lobby against the laws, insurance, all of that stuff. So they're setting up a spot for donations and all that, and that's going to be going to flood relief for cannabis related businesses, because the money coming in for flood relief is federal, and because cannabis is not federally legal, they don't get any of that. Same thing with insurance companies. Insurance companies that insure these places only insure certain aspects of the business. So there's a lot of holes in where they're going to get money to fix all of the stuff they got. Because there's some of these growers, and I know there's a couple of dispensaries that have completely changed the locations after the flood. Like what they had before just does not exist anymore. So they've had to relocate or rebuild or whatever. And again, there's just not the federal money there for that, like there is for other businesses, because of where the weird cannabis laws are right now federally.
Yeah. And consumption is going to be something that is welcomed?
Yes, and actually it's advertised. Yep. So it's private property. So there's, that's one thing. That's one thing in Vermont you can consume on private property. So the VGA will be setting up a consumption lounge. It'll be a nice little area with rolling station, dab bar, that kind of thing. Bring your own to partake. You can't legally sell anything at these events currently, because there is no real consumption laws in Vermont. So, but yeah, they'll be definitely encouraged. Again, we'll have a safe place to sit and chill and consume. And again, the private property allows us to be able to consume anywhere in the venue area.
Now, there's a special kind of a VIP area for like a little bit of a pre-show. How do we get in on that? And do you need advance tickets for that?
You do. So it's all part of if you go to the ticket link, there's two different tickets. There's the early bird ticket and the GA ticket. The early bird includes the GA, obviously. So the early bird ticket gets you the special acoustic show. They're completely broken down. And there will be a special, I'm going to be careful with our wordage, but special hors d'oeuvres for Rapana Wellness that kind of go along with the theme of the consumption event.
Well put. We can hear Bessie laughing in the background, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know, gray area.
Sure.
Yeah.
The laws are really wishy-washy, for certain things, but yeah, so that's it's going to be really special. I don't know if Panda's done some acoustic stuff before. There's some stuff online. That's actually one of the first shows I did with them with lighting. They did their first set. They played their country album fully acoustic.
Wow.
And then second set, they come out and did a full electric show. And that's pretty much what we're doing here. They're just two different stages. We got a nice little small stage built in the woods up on the mountain. It's a bit of a walk, but it's a really cool little trail. And you get to the top, it'll open up to this oasis with a stage and be food and all of that.
I am so excited for folks that want to go. What's the cutoff for getting tickets online, and can you get tickets right there at the location?
Yeah, there should be tickets at the door. I think the online sales will probably end. I think it's at like noon on Saturday, just because internet service is spotty. So we got to have the tickets, the list printed before we go out. Keep in mind it is in Topsom. There is no service, which is part of the appeal.
Yes.
Out in the middle of nowhere. So, but yeah, tickets should be available. Just keep an eye out. I think it's till noon on Saturday, but there will be tickets available. I would recommend, if you're doing the dinner, though, to get your tickets now, because there's only a limited number of those, available.
Sure.
We're only doing so many for the dinner, so that is pretty close, I think, to selling out.
So, Bessie, tell me about your involvement here. What you've been doing and the role that you play here.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I am partner of Matt, and we've been involved with each other for about a year and a half. Our alarm going off there. And so I'm kind of hospitality.
Okay.
I'm kind of like involved in all of the non-technical parts of the production, like feeding the bands. Non-technical as in like the
the logistics.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I feed the bands, and I set the ambiance as best I can, and if people have questions, I try to send them in the right direction, and we kind of get all our friends, volunteers, employees, and such to kind of try to help organize everybody. We have like some super helpful friends and Matt's folks that work here at East Coast Fan Builds that are really great self-starters, and so yeah, I'm just kind of support in all the areas here.
We're getting a question right now on Facebook about parking, if there's on-site parking.
Yeah, there is on-site parking. It's like a short walk from the venue. I mean, it's like
It's the adjacent property.
yeah, it's in the adjacent property, so there'll be parking attendants out there to
Nice.
tell you.
Is it
where to
muddy?
go.
Is it really muddy? Do we know? Probably.
It's not.
It's
No.
not.
It's not. Good.
You know, I was looking at the forecast, and it's supposed to be just stellar for Saturday. So
Yay!
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we seem to have a few people that are really interested in attending. So maybe now would be a great time to tell them about the promotion that we're doing here with you today.
The 10% off.
Okay. Yeah. So, there'll be a ticket code for $10 off either ticket. Say what? Go ahead.
Yeah, why don't I? Yeah, I've been talking to you about it. So yeah, we're gonna do. Matt is gonna set up on our website if you want to buy tickets ahead of time between now and Saturday at noon. And there'll be a place you can enter a discount code for aired out. So the discount code will be aired out, and you'll get $10 off if you buy online. And then if you buy a ticket at the gate, which the tickets are going to be normally $50 at the gate, you'll get $10 off if you mention aired out to the person at the ticket gate.
wow.
Awesome.
And they- Yeah.
Awesome.
So, you could actually like whisper it to the person at the ticket gate.
Yes,
So that,
yes.
Right. Right. Whisper.
you know,
Sure. So when will tickets be available right there at the gate on Saturday?
I think we'll start. I mean, we'll open the gate because the VIP starts coming in at 4. So if there does happen to be some, early. Sorry, I'm looking at Matt trying to figure. If there is, yeah. So we'll gates will open about 4 for the VIP, and then 5 o'clock for general admission.
Nice.
That's going to be great, man. Thank you guys so much for doing that promotion with us. That is so cool. And thank you, Raylene, for reaching out to these guys and
Yeah.
grabbing the bull by the horns and doing this. This is incredible. I'm beyond excited. I mean, this is summertime, man. This is what it's supposed to be about right here.
We'll see you
Oh.
Saturday.
Agree. Awesome. Yeah, and tell the listeners can email us on greenmountainsmokeout.com, and there's all the information there and tickets.
Awesome. greenmountainsmokeout.com.
That's it.
Fantastic. Love it. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon. We'll see you real
Thank
soon.
you. All right. See you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, and we'll be there. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing, Raylene.
I know. You're so excited.
Woo. It looks like Chris Massey's coming now. Do you think we could get Glenn out of the house and get him over there
Quite possible.
down to Thunder? I mean,
go right over.
you want me to
Pick him
still?
up.
I can keep dropping names. Chuck Martin. Oh wait, Chuck's busy. He's got something else that apparently is more important. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what it could possibly be, but anyway, it's going to be a great time. Wow. So again, the code is aired out if you get tickets online. Get them soon too.
And then
Don't
you
wait on this.
secretly disclose the code at the gate
Yes.
so that not everybody in line hears you.
Right.
We truly only want our listeners. You got to whisper the code at the gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, Chuck. I'm just having fun with you, buddy. And here's the thing. we're going to take plenty of video for poor
Yeah,
Chuck here.
the chances of us being live there are
Slim
slim to none.
Slim to none, yeah.
Because of its location. But we'll definitely get some video posted up.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity to help out the Vermont Growers Association. So we have all the information, all including the link to get tickets, right on our Facebook page. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's really nothing more you need to know other than you're going to have a fantastic time.
Yes.
Wow. Thanks, Raylene, for spearheading that.
You're
It's amazing.
welcome.
I was so excited when you told me this. I was like,
No way. I
Almost-
think that's what you said. No way. You did not talk to them.
did you drop yesterday? I don't think you did.
What?
The Facebook question of the day.
No.
Can I do that?
It was your question. Why the hell
right.
would I drop it?
Can I drop it right now?
Sure.
I want to know from our listeners what idea you would suggest to the state of Vermont on how to prevent tractor trailers from getting stuck in Smuggler's Notch. We had another one just the other day. I think it was while we were live on the air.
Yes.
And you were like, oh, God, here we go. Another tractor trailer stuck in Smuggler's Notch.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like what?
All the time.
Every 2 weeks?
All the time.
Every 2 weeks? Every 3 weeks?
Well,
I don't know.
too often. Let's say that.
So what suggestions do you have? Obviously, the warning signs are not effective. I mean, this is very obvious that this is not working. So what do we do? Do we have a giant lit up billboard with flashing fluorescent neon letters? I think your idea, which was an interesting idea, was to have. Didn't you say some like metal beam or something that's low enough
Yeah,
that it's
big, huge steel beam that it
going
would
to smash off the
on
whole?
either end. Yeah, that says, no,
Right,
you can't do this.
right. And it's going to be, your truck is going to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Chuck says, well, when you go through the drive-through, like McDonald's or what, there's this thing at the top that says if you're taller than this, don't go through.
Right. If you're taller than this or wider than that, you can't go.
So both you and Chuck are on the same page.
Yeah.
Both of you are a bunch of sickos.
Well, why are we sickos?
Glenn says, I believe
We're not the asshats going through there.
I believe it's the length of the vehicle, not so much the height. Well, he's right.
Right. But
He's right.
the length, the height of those vehicles is usually a telltale sign that that the length is a problem.
Sure.
So at least that would stop them.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. There's something that's got to be done here. I mean, this is like other states are starting to laugh at us, Raylene.
Well, and we could also, I mean, it could be removed from the mapping system like GPS, that the companies that do that could help out and
Yeah.
remove that as a direction of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how all that works.
Let's give a shout out to Twin City Lanes and Games, the crew over there. They listen to Aired Out,
They do.
which I think is so cool.
We love it.
We love
We
it.
love that they listen to us.
Yeah, we do.
We love
Are
everybody.
they listening to us in the kitchen, or do you know where? How?
Well, the day that I was in there, they were listening out in the bar area.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I got to get over there. The weather's perfect for bowling, and they're new.
Are the dogs making you nervous now walking around? Because they almost took everything off our desk. Just
Yeah.
so you know, they heard a leaf ruffle outside, and that's why they went into complete barking panic and just about ripped everything off of
Yeah.
the desk.
Yeah.
Computer, everything.
Right on the edge.
We would have been, the flood didn't take us out, just these two little Shih Tzus did. That would have been what happened for real.
You and Tom did you guys had again yesterday? I have to say that I have to echo this again. You and Tom yesterday had a podcast episode that everyone should listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It was some of the best. I'm serious. It was some of the best information that has gone out aired out in
A very long time.
a very long time.
Yeah. It was very informative. In his delivery of it all was awesome because
Spot on.
everyone could understand what was being talked about. All of this is very confusing. It's stressful.
Sure.
And yeah.
I'm paying you both a compliment in that it's for me to feel like I need to grab a pen and write down some notes for things that I want to remember by listening to my own podcast channel that's really a compliment to both of you. I mean, and to think that he's got all of this stuff that's this critical information, this really great information that's coming off the top of his head.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know he's always going 90 miles an hour, and he goes 90 miles an hour with the city in his. I mean, that he holds it in his heart, and
Yeah.
that's how he looks at it. This is home for him, and he'll do what he can to help.
So the Berry City Community Relief Fund, the portal
Is open
is
and
open
active. Yes.
for grants. And Tom is saying that if let me get this right, if $50,000 can be raised by the end of August, that he and Karen
He will give 50 more.
will match it,
Mm-hmm.
and that the goal is $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which, as he says, $1 million is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. It's a drop in the bucket for what is going to need to be done. The recovery is huge. And I know that a lot of people are saying, well, there's so many different funds, and we better be grateful for so many different funds because there's a lot to recover from. And not just, I mean, this is what's happening in the city, but we know that statewide, I mean, look at the town of Johnson. Look at downtown Montpelier. Montpelier is saying 20% of its businesses won't reopen. We know the city of Barrie has a huge amount of losses as far as homes go, where we already had a housing crisis.
Right.
And, it's a lot. It's a lot of money, but it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not.
Right. What do we need to know?
We got to keep trying. We got to keep pulling together and keep trying. That was his main message as far as I was concerned. And what I took away most was that we just got to stick together. We'll get through this together, and we just need to keep trying.
Yeah. He kept pushing the word engagement last night. That we need to be constantly engaging in our community.
Right, and the council needs to be constantly engaging in the community and knowing what people's needs are and knowing what they see their future being, either where they were or somewhere else. And that it's super important to him that we find a way and a path forward and really engage those people most affected.
What do we need to know about this anything more about this portal, I mean, you've got the link that's up on our page.
And then I think it's fairly simple, actually. I think it's a fairly simple process. I have not looked through the whole thing because fortunately, I didn't need to fill it out, but I have heard that it's very easy to use and it's there.
Okay. I also wanted to tell you, and I haven't had a chance yet, that Adam Jacobs reached out to me last night and was like, hell yeah, I want to get on the air. So we're going to have him on at some point real soon. I don't know when. It could be tomorrow morning. We got to work that out, but we're going to get him on soon. Adam is basically helping the
city's volunteer coordinator.
And he is often camped out in the City Hall Park for several hours every day.
Yes.
There, face to face, answering questions that people might have, pointing them into the right direction of getting different resources.
Yep.
If they want to volunteer, or if they need help,
or
if whatever they need.
He is.
So,
and then FEMA is still set up at the auditorium. That seems to be a misconception for a lot of people.
Right.
The shelter closed. The Red Cross has moved out as far as the shelter goes. But FEMA still is up there accepting applications, answering questions, going over your damages with you, things like that. So they are still there and still available. And then Nicholas, man, that guy has just been working like crazy.
Nicholas is kicking ass.
He really is. He was thrown neck deep into the shit for sure.
Yep.
Out of the gate.
Yep.
But he has been able to get an extension on the trash pickup. They were gonna just stop it this Friday, and Nicholas was like, no, and so he did get an extension for a week, but a week's not a lot of time.
No, it's not a lot.
So if you still have stuff that you need out of your home, and put it on the front yard, right in your front lawn.
Yeah.
Please, not in the street, but right in the front lawn. If you have refrigerators, empty its contents into a garbage bag first.
Yeah.
Don't just throw it out there whole with everything in it.
And here's the thing. Bring the garbage bag over to my house because I'll cook it up. Any of the rotten food that's in there or anything, I'll cook that right up.
What?
Sorry, Rayleigh. I'm sorry I had to say that.
I hope you end up with a yard. Like to waste food. Yeah, I hope you end up with a yard full of trash, you freaking idiot. Oh my God. Sometimes I don't even. Some days I just don't even.
I'm sorry. I just had to. You know that
I
don't like to waste food.
For the love of all things,
I'll
what
eat
the
anything.
hell is wrong with you?
State and local governments are apparently going to be having to pony up more money to administer the 2024 presidential election. And I know that I'm not. I usually don't talk about politics here, but experts told legislators this week at the National Conference of State Legislators Summit, the big thing going on in Indianapolis, that election cybersecurity specifically is massive right now, and is going to have a price tag for it. And the cash is going to be needed to address some real dire problems that have really affected elections in the United States over the last couple of years, and this is getting nothing but worse. It matters. I've had conversations with folks about this, and it's a big deal. I don't know what do you think about all this? Just there's so much, like every time there's an election, there's people that are blowing the whistle of, oh, it's not fair, and there was the voting machines were compromised, and someone is crooked and they're doing this and doing that. What do you think about all this crap? I know it's
Well, I think that there's all kinds of truth laid in the big long spiel that you just did, like someone's crooked. Shocker.
yeah,
Hello.
right.
A crooked politician? No way. Come on now.
Andrew Sternke is an expert on technology and data security, and we're gonna see if we can connect with him this morning because this guy is dialed into this stuff hardcore. I'm just gonna call him here. He's in Springtown, Texas. Andrew, you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, man, first off, thanks for jumping on the air with us here at Aired Out. We appreciate your time so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Tell us, what say you about all of this this technology and that there's so much there's so many variables that can affect the outcome of an election these days, and everyone seems to feel that, well, not everyone, but many of us, more of us, are feeling that that things are being compromised, that the outcomes of some of these election areas are just they're just not accurate.
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, there's two factors that kind of promote that sort of thinking. One is just you hear about a situation and it just kind of snowballs and media picks it up and a bit of fear mongering there. And then the other aspect is with technology, there's obvious concerns of security. We know that as long as something is somehow connected to the internet, the chance for something to be hacked is possible. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so so with those two concerns, which are actual real concerns within the voting system, is that the potential for something to happen where there's wrong counts or whatnot is actually possible. So regarding all that, and with the high number of voting that happens, within our country nowadays, is that one, we have to use technology to assist with both the voting aspect and then the counting aspect. And so those are the issues that need to be addressed. And because we need updated technology, that means we need to be spending hundreds of millions of dollars, probably over $1 billion, just to update all our voting systems, because we can't just rely on paper ballots.
Right.
So if we had a system where we're using the technology, I mean, it should be extremely easy for anyone to vote, as long as we know that you are the person that you're saying, and and you have the opportunity to vote. Voting should be extremely easy for anyone who's 18 years old and on up. So yes, we do need that technology to happen, but at the same time, we do need to make sure that voters themselves feel secure that when they do go in to vote, that systems aren't being hacked and whatnot. And unfortunately, we're going to get targeted for this next year.
Yeah.
Are you
concerned about a foreign cyber threat?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it is a blatant known fact within not just the government intel agencies, but also private intel agencies that, Russia and China, they are the two main state actors that are going to try to deploy various cyber attacks to basically, help along the distrust in our voting system.
What's being done right now to maybe restore faith in election
Well,
security? I mean, campaigns are in full swing right now.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I just don't think the various government entities are doing enough to show transparency of what they're doing to secure their various voting machines or whatnot. But that needs to happen. And how the vast majority of voting systems within the United States, it tends to be controlled more locally, at the state level on down to the county. And, unfortunately, having the most updated current cyber secure systems, it costs a lot of money to do. And so just because you were secured last year, that means nothing today because there are so many 0-day attacks and whatnot, and in the cyber world it is always constantly evolving, and with the addition of AI nowadays, you've got you're basically giving a hacker 20 more hands to do nefarious things versus before. So because of all of that, and because of the interest of state actors such as Russia and China to basically disenfranchise our democracy. Those are all real concerns. But here at the local level, officials, they need to get ahead of this. They need to be telling the voters what they're doing, regarding their voting systems. Do they have a backup? Is the most updated patches, on all their databases? I mean, are they using multi-factor authentication? Regarding any voting system that is done electronically, is it a segmented network, away from other networks? Just, so many things, physical security. But as long as, they're able to communicate what they're doing to the voters versus just saying, don't worry about it, we're secure. I think that would go a long way.
And state and local governments are expected to foot the bill here. I mean, this is for all of this. This is not cheap, and now more and more states are going to have to find some money to pay for this. Not just the physical security for poll workers at election sites, but just this technology.
Right. And some states, they are able to, better foot the bill. You look at the state of Texas, there's a massive surplus that's not being used. This is one aspect that Texas should be spending money on, is making sure that, every voting location is secured and, up to date with technology. And then, in other areas, they're going to need assistance. And this is where, the federal government needs to step in and basically update the infrastructure, because people have to realize that, the whole cyber, everything that has to do with cyber, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it's an infrastructure. It's a national and state level infrastructure, just like interstate highways and whatnot, that we as citizens are dependent on for everyday livelihood and security. And because of that, we just as a society need to know that a lot more money needs to be spent regarding technology such as voting systems.
Andrew, thanks for jumping on with us this morning. We appreciate your time so much.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Andrew Sternke is the founder of Darkbox Security Systems, a custom cybersecurity service that sets up and monitors and protects and responds to cyber security issues 24/7. You can check out his website at darkboxsecurity.com. Fascinating stuff. And I hope that Michael Booten is listening to this
He
morning.
is.
Yeah.
He is listening.
Yeah. He's always tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's just fascinating stuff. I mean, there's more and more talk about this kind of stuff almost every day now. We're seeing it and hearing about it in the news more and more and more and more. So I want to thank everyone. It's just about 10 o'clock, 2 minutes shy. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Before we pull the plug here, Lori Shepard, the Four Quarters podcast is, and we announced it yesterday, they are coming back in a big, big way.
Yes, next week. So
next
looking
Wednesday.
looking forward to having them 5 o'clock right here on Air It Out.
Because here's another thing that everyone's talking about is football. I mean, it's right around the corner. The NFL season is going to be underway soon, and CB and Shep are basically going to break it down and give us their thoughts. I mean, they're sadly obsessed with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are.
Mm-hmm.
They're like addicted to football.
Yes, they are. It's pretty cool though. I love to listen to them. I know nothing what they're saying, but I love listening to them.
But you and I, both of us collectively, have learned more about football by listening to CB and Shep than anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, they could teach some of the broadcasters on ESPN a few things.
Probably. I would imagine.
They're very good.
Don't forget to join us in the park tonight, 6 o'clock, for Donna
Yes.
Thunder and Friends.
Yes.
She says Ray and Sam Burke are going to be joining her on stage.
God.
So should be a good time. Food trucks start at 4, and Donna starts at 6. Hope to see you all there.
Yep.
And then don't forget, it's Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, yes.
I mean, good Lord, how could you
Oh, yes.
forget that it's Thirsty Thursday? So you can
Over at
pregame
Gusto's.
over at Gusto's.
Woo.
Starts at 11:30 for lunch every day with a full menu of amazing things.
Yeah.
I really got to get over there and
Yeah.
get some wings.
Yeah,
I'm
I do too.
having withdrawals. So I really Michael went without me, the jerk. Yeah, he comes over.
What?
Yeah, he comes over to work on the computer. He's like, I said, "Did you eat dinner yet?" He goes, "Not gonna lie, I had wings." What the hell?
Thanks for the invite,
I know.
D-bag.
Didn't even call me on the way and say, "Hey, you want me to pick you up some wings on the way?" Nope.
Jesus.
Just did it.
What's
And
the
he
matter with
knows.
that
He knows. He's lucky I let him in after that.
We'll see you tonight, everyone. We're going to have the QR code and everything.
Oh,
you
yes.
need to
And
know.
Thunder Road is tonight. And it's the kids' poster contest for Race to Read. We got to remember to say
Tonight.
that. Tonight.
Thank you for not forgetting,
And
because I did.
well, I posted that one, and then I posted this morning that there's also a race on Sunday, but I did forget to mention it. I didn't forget to post it. I did forget to mention it, but Hillary Scott is tuned in and she's reminding
Oh,
me.
she knows.
Yeah. So have a great day, everyone.
We're going to have these
You're gonna have that one
yeah.
and a banner to show people that they can order it. Yipes is
From Yipes.
closed this week. JD keeps promising all this crap. That's what he does when he gets on the air. He says all these things. He talks to his ass and then he can't really do it.
Yeah.
And so no, we're not gonna have tons of those. We're not selling them. You cannot physically take it away at our table, but you can use the QR code. You can see what they look like at our table, but use the QR code and
yeah,
purchase it through
all,
Yipes.
all that
They did an amazing job.
they did. Everything that Raylene says is true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
No,
Have a great day,
Do
everyone.
not.
We'll see you tonight.
love you.